Good morning, QC managers, and welcome. We want to welcome you to the QC Collective. My name's Renee,
My name's Greg.
and today we're going to talk about our first QC project. Sometimes it's nice to hear from seasoned QC managers that their world wasn't all puppies and kittens and rainbows. First QC projects are not puppies, kittens, and rainbows. I'll go first. My first QC project was complete and total hell. So I had been a mechanical engineer for several years, and I had hopped several industries, and I landed on a core project. All I had was a piece of paper that said I was a degreed engineer. I had no formal QC training, that didn't exist. All I had was the core's construction QC class, and I was thrown into the dirt and literally given a pod to sit in, like a shipping pod, printer, fold up table, my laptop, and a generator. And I was basically told, good luck, figure that out. I had the spec book, and that was what I had. And I had a superintendent that was absolutely hell bent to get me thrown off that site. He did not want to work with me. He did anything and everything, from not inviting me to important meetings to refusing to help me fuel up the generator, because I guess weak little girls can't load a generator. Whatever, figured that out. But he was really adamant on really trying to make me not last, and said every day, "Oh, you're still here. I thought you'd be gone." The core rep on the project came out to the dirt and said, "You've been approved on our probational period only." At the time, I had a brand new baby little boy at home. I was the only sole provider, so losing my job was not an option, and I just had to put my big girl pants on and figure it out, and dig in the spec book and start figuring out how I was going to organize files and what I needed, and really what my job entailed as a QC manager. Because at that time, I didn't have a fancy list of QC responsibilities. I wish someone had given me a list. We have all that in our QC training, so our training is what we wish we had on our first project. But that was my first project. I didn't know what a nuke test was for compaction. I had never seen anything like that. I didn't know all the requirements when it came to pressure testing of anything or lines. I had never formally commissioned a project. That was completely new. And when someone came in with a closeout commissioning first stab at a flowchart and showed it to me and wanted me to run with that, I literally laughed and said, I don't have time for that. I just wanted to cry. I literally sat down and I just wanted to cry, because I was sinking. I was sinking on my first project. I was reactive every step of the way, trying to play catch up, really just trying not to get fired every single day. And that was my first QC project. Once I figured it out, and I figured out what my responsibilities were, and I got a couple more projects under my belt, I really, really loved being a QC manager. And I've done it all. I've done the superintendents. I've been a soup. I've been a PM. I've been an engineer. I've been a designer. I've owned my own general contracting firm, so I've worn all the hats. And out of all the hats, my very, very favorite is being QC manager. So if you're watching this, don't get discouraged. This is just supposed to help you understand that we all start. We all start from the bottom. We all have one or two projects where we still talk about them and go, "Oh yeah, that was a bad one. Glad we're not on that anymore." But you get past them, and that's what mine was like. So definitely school of hard knocks right here. If there's something to screw up or something to do wrong, I've done it. I've done it wrong. I've screwed it up. I can tell you how to definitely avoid those kinds of screw ups.
Yes, all of that.
What was your first project like?
My first project, I came from the subcontracting world. I was in HVAC and test and balance and commissioning, and this wonderful woman gave me my first project and first job as a QC. And even with all of the tips and tricks and standard protocols and everything that she laid out in front of me, this is what you need to do. There was a lot of, "Are you serious?"
I
I
tried
don't
to
have
set him up
enough
for
hours
success.
in the day. I didn't know how to multitask. I didn't
That's
know.
hard.
I knew the back end of the project. When ventilation systems start getting turned on, the power's on, the fire alarm's on, they're getting ready to move in. Yeah, I knew all about that, but I didn't know any of how to get there.
Concrete,
Um,
ground up.
I was set on a Air Force base in a trailer. I had a superintendent that was not helpful at all. she was. She was very helpful in what to do. She would come over and help me after she got done with her job because she was working on one just about a half a block away. And it was a lot of questioning, and it was a lot of questions and a lot of answers, and she really took the time, and I finally got through it. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get through it.
Yes. And we want you to love it.
We
want
do.
you to not just get through it. You know, first job, I understand. It's a get through. But second project, we really want you to love it.
You know, we really didn't have anybody that pumped us up, right? You know, it's sink or swim. You know, this is what you applied for, or we think you're going to be good at this, and have fun and go at it. And
Figure it out.
You figure it out. You need to be done in 9 months. And we're here talking to you today and telling you that it's going to be okay.
Yep.
And
now we have training. We have real applicable, real world training that we can give you, whether it's an ebook or a master class or a mixture of all the above, or if it's just standard files and forms, we've got those available. I hadn't created all of that when Greg came on board. We worked on that one together. So he didn't have that either, and it's rough. It's rough. You feel like you're on an island and you're alone. And there's times when the soup is on you and the PM is on you. One's on you for schedule. One's on you because reworking money. And the general contractor's looking at you like, why didn't you catch this? Why didn't you catch that? Why didn't you do this? And you just really feel like you need a group. And that is why we've made the QC Collective. So this is welcome home. This is your spot. This is your group. And we're here for you. And we really want to build a fleet of strong QC managers who love being QC managers.
Training by field hardened QCs for you as the QC.
Yeah.
That's what we've got to offer
So
you.
today we just wanted to share that not everything is amazing, and we understand there's going to be rough spots, but you can do it. You're more than enough, and you're going to get it, and we're here to help you. And we hope that you guys have a wonderful day. If this has been helpful at all, give us a like down below, follow us for future tips, and we wish you all of the success.
Have a spectacular day.